Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical. Yes, and we've got a few nice requests, and definitely you'll see that I'll talk about Sasol because somebody asked about Sasol. But let's kick off with the golden boy gold because our market is mostly driven at the moment by the gold price. Yes, the platinum price plays a role, but the gold price definitely is the guy that everybody's watching. And if I look at this chart, last week we also saw a sudden sell-off. It bounced back, but for me it's quite simple. If you look at this chart and if you look at the support line, we can see that the 50-day moving average, and there you are, is very close to the support line of this gold price. The only thing that worries me a little bit is that gold is floating around $5,000, where everybody was saying, don't worry, gold can go to 6,000, 6,500. I mean, that's healthy targets, but it doesn't mean that it cannot go there. But for us that watches the program and love the technicals, for me, it must break above that little candle there, and that candle is above 5,119, right there at the top. It needs to break there. So first of all, it needs to get above 5,000. It needs to break above 5,119 to give us new momentum to the upside. And on the other hand, if it starts to go below the low of that candle, then below 4878, yes, we can float all the way down to this support line, and this support line is quite important to me, and that waits at 4,711. So above 4,700, the momentum is clearly to the upside. Everybody will be happy, but the big signal will be this 50-day moving average. Below this 50-day moving average, 4,630, things can turn rapidly, and it can messes the gold price up, and of course the gold mining shares. And the reason why I'm saying that, let's have a look at a share like Harmony. Remember, Harmony got some gold exposure now, but it also has not just gold exposure, it also has that investment in the silver mine. And everybody sees this almost like a company now that is starting to diversify into commodities. Now, if you look at the gold price, it looks like that Harmony is struggling to find its feet. Yes, let's have a look at the support line. The support line tells you that everything is still 100% on the boil to the upside. Let's use that pointer there, and let's just use that. There you are. You can see there's the beautiful support line supporting Harmony, but it must stay above this line of 322 Rand and 4 cents. But what worries me with the gold price so high and strong and everybody talking it up, the 50-day moving average has slowly but surely turned into a resistance. That makes me a little bit nervous. Now, that sits at 351 Rand and 35 cents. And by the way, there is two gaps. The one to the top is 335.99. That one closes at 339.37. And of course, there's another gap here to the top, 372.55, and that will close at 386.95. So there's a lot of hard work for Harmony to fork out before we can say that the momentum to the top is back into play. So just a pointer on the gold and Harmony, one of the leading stocks there. And remember, everybody loved the company, but there's a big difference between 430 and 330 where it's trading now. So hopefully it can hold the support line, but for me, the golden rule is this support line. Well, let's have a look at Sasol, because Sasol was quite an interesting share, and I still believe maybe if oil, because everybody says that oil must give us a bounce if the other commodity is going, but see what I'm seeing here. This is a beautiful inverse head and shoulder. Now, Sasol, of course, is a company, remember, it had massive problems. Everybody was worried about it, that it can actually go under. But if I look at this chart, there's the 50-day moving average. That is a support. And what do we see here? We see a beautiful left shoulder, There's the beautiful head. And there you are. There's the right shoulder. And we bang on spot on this neckline. That neckline sits at 119 Rand and 22 cents. Now, if 119 Rand 22 cents can remain a support, where can Sasol go? There's the conservative target. I do a projection from the right shoulder's low to the neckline, and I project it upwards. That can maybe take it to 145.36. And if it plays to the top, it plays out to the top, boy oh boy, this dark share that nobody liked at all can maybe surprise us all to play this out, this inverse head and shoulder out to the top. And where can it go to? Well, have a look there. It can maybe go all the way back to 195.13. But then, of course, we definitely need a oil price to recover and show us some momentum and possibly a weaker rand. But of course, this 50-day moving average tells you that the momentum is to the upside. Let's have a look at Brent while we're doing Sasol there, Brent oil. There you are. Now Brent oil all the way to the downside. It's floating around here, and boy oh boy, what I see, it's good that I got it in my mind to have a look at Brent oil. What do we see here? We also see a inverse head and shoulder, almost exactly the same picture as what Sasol is giving us. There's the left shoulder. There you are. There's the big head. And we're busy working on the right shoulder. And where's the neckline? Sitting at $71 on the dot. So above $71, where can it go to? Let's do that projection again. From the right shoulder to the neckline, extended from the neckline to the top. And where can it go to? And I know Mr. Trump, he would love to get oil lower, but I mean, with all the geopolitical tensions around the world, and especially with Russia and Ukraine and Iran and all those countries, from the neckline, we can almost see that the Brent oil price can maybe go to $80. Now, that will be a massive support for Sasol. So just don't write Sasol off. It can maybe surprise you all the way to the top. But of course, I gave you the neckline. But if oil must come into play, it must get above $71. Things can then change. Well, let's have a look at SP oil. This is the exchange traded note that you can buy if you just want an oil exposure. And what do we see here as well? Can you believe it? Looks like this week is a week of inverse head and shoulders. There you are. You can see there's the left shoulder. There's the massive head. We're busy with the right shoulder. But the crucial line here will be 20 Rand and 47 cents. Then from there it can break up. I'm going to do the projection again to 21.41. And if it breaks from the head to the neckline, if we do that projection, but of course then oil must also support, because SB oil is nothing else than an instrument that tracks the oil price. And where can it go to? Boy oh boy, it can maybe close this gap, and this gap is between, can you believe it, $22 of 22 Rand 86 cents, and it can maybe close the gap here at 23 Rand and 13. So yes, if you want to buy above the neckline. Let's give you the stop loss. The stop loss will be this 50-day moving average. That is 19 Rand and 20 cents. But I think maybe with oil, if you're really serious about it and you believe in the future of oil, maybe nibble a bit on SB oil. Add them up a little bit, because I cannot see that gold is stoppish, platinum is stoppish. All these commodities are doing well except for oil. I cannot see that oil is just the dog. Eventually that will also pick up with as well soft commodities. Well, let's have a look at the copper price, and let's have a look at SP Cop. And that's the also exchange traded note, and where we are, we're exactly on the support line. We had a nice rally to about 10 Rand 80 a few days ago. We are below the 50-day moving average, but look at this hammer candle. Looks like it wants to support this support line. So if you do want to buy right at the support line and you like copper, especially the future of copper with all the artificial intelligence, you buy it on this line, R9.74, and you make use of a stop loss of R9.40, and maybe it can go back all the way to this high of a few days ago, R10.80. Because everybody loves copper. It's not just everybody. I mean, Glencore loves it, Anglo loves it. All the big miners are into that. So maybe for you, if you're not into the miners and you don't want to play where the mines are involved and you just want a pure copper play, maybe SP Cop is the kind of thing that you do. And the technicals tell you it's exactly on a support line. Well, let's close off the show of South32. I mean, South32 is one of those companies that did extremely well. What makes me a little bit nervous on it, look at that. There's a little bit of a tower top here. It looks like the share is starting to run out of steam. And if I look at that, exactly, there's my level. Unfortunately, below 48 Rand 60, we can maybe lose some momentum on South32, and we can maybe close these gaps. One is sitting at 47 Rand 37. That will close at 46.99. And there you are. There's another one here right at the bottom, and that one sits between 40 Rand and 80 cents, and it closes at 40 Rand 65. So maybe South32 had a beautiful rally well above the 50-day moving average. Maybe we can say pull back all the way to there, but the crucial line is to wait and watch is 48 Rand 60. Well, thank you for watching the show. Visit our website www.fransdeclercq.com for more info. And as always, this is just to show you the passion of technical analysis, and you can use the chart to tell you what the informed capital is thinking. Well, all the best, and we will chat again.